Hello friend, thanks for joining me for another video blog. It's coffee time with Alex Gill, where I have casual conversations about big stuff. So today I want to speak to you about positive thinking. And it's not what you might expect me to say about positive thinking. I'm not here to give you strategies on how to use positive thinking to achieve your goals faster or use positive thinking to create a happier life. I'm actually here to talk about the opposite of that. I'm here to tell you how I have learned in my own life last year that positive thinking can actually become almost harmful in a way that it can be a distraction, and it can also be a way to slow down our own process of growth and development. And we might not evolve at the pace that we need to be evolving in order to really live the life that we want. So let me explain a little bit about what I mean by positive thinking, right? Positive thinking, it's anytime we use this tool as like maybe a mantra. We might say, I'm healthy, I'm abundant, I'm fit. Anytime that you might feel some discomfort, you're gonna go to that mantra and you're gonna just visualize yourself living the life you want and repeat a mantra over and over, or affirmations over and over in your head, so you can distract your thinking from negative to positive. So you refocus, you take a negative thought and you use a positive affirmation or positive mantra in order to shift that focus so you tap into that positive state. Now, don't get me wrong, there's absolutely place for that. And if you just new in personal growth, personal development, and you want to make some change in your life, it's absolutely a good place to start. And in fact, I do teach my clients to do positive affirmations and mantra. However, there's a catch here. When we just rely on positive thinking in order to improve our lives, we are just really using 50% of our power, 50% of our capacity to change, because we're just using the thinking mind. We're just using our head, our rational mind, in order to make a change. And what happens with the emotional state? What happens with the heart? Now, we know well that positive thinking can change your emotional state. That's why it is very useful. Your thoughts affect your emotional state. But it needs to be genuine. It needs to be authentic. The example of that is, let's say in your heart, you just feel, in your body, you just been carrying the emotion of anger for a very long time. Maybe angry because your parents got divorced. Maybe angry because your girlfriend or boyfriend left you 2 years ago because they found somebody prettier and younger. Maybe anger because you were fired from your job even though you were doing a great work there. Whatever that is, let's say you hold that anger and you just put it aside, you deny it. And today you're trying to maybe lose weight, make more money, create more love in a relationship in your life, whatever that is. And you're just relying on positive affirmations, mantras, and you just find yourself in this place of frustration and anxiety, and you don't even understand why. Well, guess what? That's how that suppressed, that denied anger is trying to show up and move out of your body, because emotions need to be released. They need to be understood and released. And the only emotion that becomes negative is the emotion that we suppress, that we deny, that we don't give attention to. So if you have any format, any type of suppressed emotions in the body, and you're not dealing with that, but you're constantly using positive thinking to achieve things in your life, you're actually doing yourself a disservice, because that emotion to dealt with and release out of your body is going to continue to show up in your life. And it can show up in your life in a very conscious way when you choose to deal with, by talking to a therapist, to a coach, writing in a journal, doing long walks in nature, and really understand where the emotions come from. Because when you actually befriend the emotion of anger, frustration, shame, guilt, whatever that is, when you befriend that and you really want to understand the emotion, you actually learning from that emotion. That emotion probably has served you and it no longer does. That's why it can become negative. It can become baggage and affects your ability to be successful, your ability to release weight in your body, your ability to find love in your life, or to even feel fulfilled and find a purpose. So you need to really rely on your thinking mind, but also you need to connect with the heart. And that's why we need to befriend our emotions and eliminate this name of like negative emotions. Yes, they will become negative if you don't deal with, but emotions are feedback. Emotion is the language that the body has to communicate with us, a way that the body communicates with the mind. So to really unleash our superpowers that we all have, the superpowers of energy, vitality, health, confidence, courage, determination, resilience. We all have those powers, but if you're holding baggage, if you're holding these emotions and not dealing with them and you're just suppressing, number one, suppression and repression of emotions is the seed of disease. Because they interrupt the natural flow of the body, because their energy is stuck, trapped in the body, and they are the seed of disease. Science knows that. So the second thing, when you suppress emotions, because they need to move, because emotion is energy, emotion, they need movement. If you're not moving the emotion out of your body in a healthy way by befriending, by talking to somebody, to a friend, or by journaling, or even just give me some comfort and understand that if you deny that and you're suppressing, it's going to find a ways to be released in unhealthy ways. Let me give you an example of that. If you are in a relationship, you probably have had moments that you let go your anger on your partner. You lash out at your partner, or you lash out in a coworker, or you mad at the dog and the dog hasn't done anything. So anytime you start catching yourself in a chronic state of anxiety, frustration, anger, that is because you are carrying that inside you. Nobody's truly making you angry. Nobody's making you feel anything. In fact, the world is just giving you triggers so you can finally wake up and realize, oh my God, I'm carrying a lot of anger inside me. Because we don't get triggered, we don't get charged with emotion unless we're truly carrying that. And of course, there are situations that somebody might hurt our feelings, a driver will cut in front of us and we'll get angry at the moment. But being angry and have a frustration in the moment is one thing. The issue is when you start carrying that emotion over and over. When you got cut in traffic yesterday and you're still angry today about it. That's not because the driver who cut you off in traffic. That's because you carry anger about something else and you're releasing on that driver that cut you off in traffic. And that driver was kind of the messenger for you just to say, hey, wake up. You need to deal with this anger that you've been carrying since you were 10 years old or 15 years old or since last year. So it's really important to unleash those emotions because again, that is the seed of disease. And there's this myth about happiness that a happy life is a stress-free life, or that a happy life is a life that you always positive. And that's not true. A happy life is an authentic life. A happy life is a life that you are in tune, you're aware with your thoughts and you watch what's happening, and you can definitely refocus your thinking in a way that's going to serve you. A happy life is a life that you're in touch with your heart, you connect with your heart, so you can use your heart to guide you in your decisions, to guide you in your path. Because when you shut down your emotions, when you deny your emotions, your called negative emotions, you also denying that connection with your very positive emotions, your connection with joy, with your connection with abundance, with love and gratitude. So a rich life, a life that you really feel alive, it's a life that you also need to be able to feel deep sadness, feel the pain of a loss of a loving one, even the loss of a job, a loss of something. You need to allow yourself to grieve, to go through the process, because when you give room and space for the emotion to be expressed in a healthy way, the emotion naturally moves out of your body. It wants to move. So we can create more space for joy, love, gratitude, abundance, and success ultimately, because we all want that. So that's the message I want to share with you. I almost forgot. How did I learn this last year? I was in a space of a lot of frustration, and it's funny because I've been that person who always used to say, I don't do anxiety, I don't do anger. And by saying that, I was really saying that I was denying my own anxiety, my own anger, because frustration is a mask for anger. Frustration, it's an expression of anger. And it wasn't until I was talking to my teacher, my spiritual teacher, my coach, she really looked at me and said, Alex, you've been carrying this mild anxiety and you are angry and we need to deal with this. And it was that time like, oh my God. So she has really helped me to connect with my heart in even deeper levels. And that frustration, that anxiety went away. And now everything I do, I'm guided really from my heart. Even when I need to do certain things that are very left brain, like marketing, some strategies in my business, but even then I do being guided from my heart. So I'm much calmer, I am much more relaxed, and that's truly superpower, my friend. When you able to operate in your life, and the life of an entrepreneur is a life that can bring a lot of stress and anxiety, but I just, instead of like pushing anxiety away, if I feel anxious, I have a conversation with my anxiety and I learn from it so it can pass. It's not by smushing, it's not by pushing down or pushing away, because guess what? It doesn't go anywhere. There's not pushing away to the ether. When you push away, it's like you pushing down, like pressing a balloon and the air just goes down. It doesn't go anywhere. So my message to you, my invitation to you is allow yourself to feel. If you're sad, if you care, if you catch yourself in a chronic state of frustration, irritation, even anxiety, it's coming from somewhere. It could be old, it could be something that happened last week, but let it out. Have a conversation with, journal, talk to a coach, to a therapist, and let it out, because that's how you unleash your superpowers and you're able to cultivate a happy life every single day, because happiness is in motion. It's all about our daily habits or daily practices. So thank you. I hope to share my next video with you from Portugal. I go for vacation tomorrow, and I'll do my best to stay connected because I love connecting with you. And if you like this content, please help me to share this message. Share in the social media channels, send to your friends via email. And if you really like this content and you want to learn more about how to use the power of your mind and the strength of your heart to help you make better decisions in life, to help you to figure out what's next for you, to help how to release this extra weight in your body, let's have a conversation. Let me assist you, let me support you. Just message below this video or reply to this email if you're getting this in email, and let's schedule a 15-minute call, brainstorm, and see if I can serve you and support you in any level. So thank you for being there, and I look forward to speak to you again. Thank you.